Well, hey guys, Silly Tuck here. Uh, we're back here in '04 with that guy. He's over there. Look
Hi,
at him.
it's me.
You can't actually see him. You can't see me either.
Nope. It's a
You
travesty.
can't. You can see
What can you see?
John Cena tonight.
Live.
Great American Bash. Here we are. We made it finally. Um, let's just get into her. Talk about some matches we got here tonight. So the Chris Jericho Ultimo Dragon issue was started a while back when Chris Jericho gave Kid Cash a hot dog, which put Kid Cash over the weight limit for the Cruiserweight division. Through this, the Cruiserweight Championship was stripped from Kid Cash and held up in, I believe, just some kind of multi-man scramble type match in which Ultimo Dragon reigned supreme. Ultimo Dragon in the past couple weeks has been hosting the Ultimo Challenge, basically an open challenge for the Cruiserweight Championship. He put away Kid Cash, I think Jamie Noble, and another individual. Each time, Chris Jericho, who was trying to get a shot, was delayed in some comedic fashion. Couple times delayed by longtime rival Kid Cash. Longtime rival. From there, Chris Jericho came out and told Ultimo Dragon to stop doing his Ultimo Challenge and that he would face him at the Great American Bash. Tori Wilson agreed on behalf of Ultimo, who did not agree. But nonetheless, we have this match. Moving into the extended Holly family tree versus Too Cool. About 2 weeks ago, Too Cool was said to have a match against Jamie Noble and Hardcore Holly. Too Cool did their starting little dance gimmick, and they were jumped from behind by Holly and Noble. It was revealed that dancing with somebody's back turned is greatly disrespectful to the Holly family tree due to a dance-related death. And so we built this match here tonight. It's a 6-man tag between Molly Holly, Hardcore Holly, and Jamie Noble against Rikishi, Grandmaster Sexay, and Scotty 2 Hotty. We've got 2 other tag team matches tonight. The first one is the tag team titles. Rob Van Dam and Orlando Jordan, who became tag team champions by beating Kyodai.
Kyodai Unleashed.
Now Kyodai Leashed. Mark Henry and Rosie. Rosie was drafted over to SmackDown in the supplemental draft, and he's quickly found himself in line with Mark Henry and Theodore Long of Thuggin' and Buggin' Enterprises. They're just running around kicking people's asses, and they've done so effectively. They get a tag team title match tonight. The other one, the leader of Kyodai has appeared. Even Tajiri was under his control. Kenzo Suzuki, who will make his debut tonight in a match against Bubba Ray Dudley. He has ordered Kyodai to not only leash themselves, they are now Kyodai leashed, but also for them to have a match, which was great because Chavo Guerrero had found a tag team partner and happened to need some opponents. So we've got Chavo Guerrero and his mystery partner taking on Kyodai leashed. And I think we have, as I mentioned earlier, Big Show taking on John Cena. The Big Show is still disgusted by America in general. He still has America-based PTSD. He wants to destroy the United States Championship. And if he wins tonight, he will replace it with the Giant Championship, which sounds amazing, but also really terrible. And finally, our main event, it is a Texas bull rope steel cage match. Rey Mysterio taking on John Bradshaw Layfield for the WWE Heavyweight Championship. So our developments in this feud since you last saw it, I've got to think. What the hell has happened since you guys last saw a SmackDown
Rey
review?
Mysterio was invited to dinner.
Rey Mysterio was invited to dinner. It took him 3 weeks to get there, but he finally found the place, in which John Bradshaw Layfield revealed that he's pulling together an organization of individuals, those who support him and him alone. And we saw that finally come to fruition when JBL took on Shawn Michaels 2 weeks ago on SmackDown, when suddenly Doug Basham aligned himself with JBL and helped distract and attack Shawn Michaels, which led to JBL putting away the Heartbreak Kid. Shawn is still very angry. He's a very emotional man.
He knows now what he must do.
He knows now what he must do, supposedly. That's what he's been telling people.
Yeah.
I don't think Shawn ever knows what he wants to do.
No. Shawn doesn't have a match tonight, yet again.
Yet again.
Shawn has not wrestled on pay-per-view since WrestleMania.
Yeah, JBL, Rey Mysterio, they were put back together because they drew at that one pay-per-view we had. Name escapes me.
Judgment Day?
Yep, Judgment Day. They drew at Judgment Day. And so now we've got a Texas Bull Rope match to ensure there's a winner, and a steel cage to ensure Shawn Michaels doesn't get involved yet again. I think we're just good to go, yeah?
It's interesting. I don't think Shawn Michaels has won on pay-per-view this year.
I think Shawn Michaels has only had one pay-per-view match this year.
I think so too. Or maybe did he have a singles match at the Royal Rumble?
He might have been in the Rumble.
Yeah, I think he was in the Rumble.
Okay, so he's 0-2. So we are in the Norfolk Scope in Norfolk, Virginia. Are you ready, Puddy?
Maybe. Why don't you kick off the show while I go grab a drink of water? Okay.
Like, what? No, I don't know what you said.
Why don't you kick off the show and I'll go grab a drink of water?
I can do that. Okay, yes.
Cool.
All right. We kick things off with a big, bright, and beautiful video package showing all of our great American superstars. Kurt Angle tries very desperately to make sure Rey Mysterio is not in this. But unfortunately, all of these men are Americans, and so we will treat them as equals. Anyone who isn't American, though, is lesser. I don't make the rules. I'm sorry. And we go straight into the ring for Todd Grisham singing America the Beautiful. Michael Cole and Taz welcome us to the Great American Bash. It's a celebration of all things red, white, and blue. Yeah. That's all I got. I think we're kicking off with a match. It's a scramble match here. We got some Cruiserweight boys here duking it out, jockeying for position. Maybe a big surprise as Dean Malenko has emerged out of retirement in order to win this match. He makes Shannon Moore tap out with a Texas Cloverleaf. This is just your normal kind of big spots Cruiserweight type match.
You're cruiserweighting without me?
I was. I'm sorry. I debuted Dean Malenko without you.
Dun, dun.
Yeah.
You skipped right past that. Well, not skipped right past, but you clearly didn't spend that much time acting out Todd Grisham singing "America the Beautiful."
I may have mentioned he does that. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
By the way, Paul London is like actually getting there. Like he's actually over for some reason.
Cool.
Yeah,
awesome.
It's fucking cool. But yeah, Dean Malenko's back. He's instantly put himself in a pretty decent position, it looks like.
By beating Shannon Moore, as all must.
Yes, but also beating Kid Cash.
Well, he beat Shannon Moore.
Well, he beat Kid Cash.
No, he beat Shannon Moore.
Dean Malenko defeated Funaki, Kid Cash.
When Dean Malenko submitted Shannon Moore. Kid Cash did not win, but he did not lose.
See you on SmackDown. No, that will not be a match on SmackDown. Don't hold me to that.
Yes, that's going to be a match. Let's do it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes?
No, I don't want to do that, actually.
Okay.
I have other things to do.
Okay.
Moving on. Puddy, do you want to explain this one?
Yes, because Shawn, of course. Wait, no, this was your angle. Shawn is confused because he doesn't have a match tonight, but he knows now what he must do, and that is make sure that John Bradshaw Layfield doesn't leave here as the WWE champion. Did I miss anything?
Yep. Very
Okay,
good.
cool. All right.
Very good.
Awesome.
We look at Norfolk.
There's a panoramic shot of Norfolk.
Shout out Norfolk, Taz says in his voice. In his voice, and nobody else's. Somebody else's voice just comes out of his mouth. What are we going right into? Oh shit, tag team titles.
Yeah.
Yep. So try as they might, RVD and Orlando Jordan are not able to overcome the pure raw power and aggression of Mark Henry and Rosie. Mark Henry puts Orlando down with the world's strongest slam, and we've got new WWE tag team champions.
Nice. Mark Henry's won titles before, right? Or is this his
He
first?
was like European champion.
That's what I was
once.
thinking, yeah.
Probably a hardcore champion before.
Let's have a gander here.
It's probably the first belt that like genuinely means something though.
Apparently not. Oh wait, no, there it is, European champion. I found it. It was hidden. It was hidden in there.
Hidden. Talking about Buggin Enterprises of the tag team champions of the world.
All right. You love to see it. Mark Henry got a 69.
He did.
He's getting over.
Big killer Mark. You go ahead, Puddy.
They just stare at each other, and they know that it's the end of their tag team title reign.
Truly heartbreaking. Can't wait for that DVD. Josh Matthews asks Grandmaster Sexay, Suzuki, and Rikishi, how you feeling going in your match tonight? Grandmaster Sexay recounts that, those three guys there, that they remind Scotty to, and Josh cuts Grandmaster Sexay, and he says, excuse me, sir, I mean, three guys, Molly Holly is one of your opponents tonight. Grandmaster Sexay is like, yeah, I know. Josh Matthews is like, she's not a dude. Grandmaster Sexay says, what? Rikishi all of a sudden like kind of snaps to attention. He says, there's a girl in there? Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go. Cruiserweight weigh-in. It's a big one.
Jericho is slightly over, and he has to take off his jacket and his boots. He's going to have to wrestle without his boots.
His pockets.
Taz is like, that's a bad idea, to wrestle without his boots, Cole.
He's going to get his toes stomped on.
Yep.
He's going to get stomped on. Watch out.
And worked. I swear to God, if Ultimo Dragon works the toes, Chris is out of here.
Michael Cole remarks that Ultimo Dragon is a dragon. He might not know about toes.
That's true. He might think they're claws and to stay away from him. Oh no. He does think they're claws.
Yeah, this did well.
Yeah.
But today, good wrestling, decent crowd. Chris Jericho defeats Ultimo Dragon 17-18 by pinfall with the Lion Salt. Chris Jericho wins the WWE Cruiserweight Championship.
He finally did it.
The hell, is that a car horn in the background?
Maybe. He finally did it. He's at the top of the mountain. He's the world's champion. The world's Cruiserweight champion.
That's a good spot for you, Chris.
He beat Ultimo Dragon and Tori Wilson in one night to become the world's Cruiserweight champion.
Yeah, you got any cool spots in this match at all?
Well, of course, the Lion Salt to the outside.
Yeah, Lion Salt to the outside is one. Nothing else though, yeah?
Nah, nothing crazy. There's a lot of great shit in here. It's just well worked, and I definitely think the commentator should put on it afterwards that Chris Jericho is one of the only undisputed champions in the company. Because it's just him and Nat Hart.
Yes. Is the acai moonsault that Ultimo Dragon does, is that also like the lion salt?
I think so.
Ooh, that's fun that he beats him with the lion salt then.
A much better one than Ultimo.
Especially at this point. You
Hey.
old fucker.
Hey, we needed to give him one run, okay?
One run. And with that, Ultimo Dragon is off to go fight other dragons all across the world. This will be the last appearance of the Ultimo Dragon in this series.
Maybe.
Unless we bring him back.
Why
Like
bring him
06.
back? Yeah.
Who knows? We'll see.
Who
We'll see how
knows?
washed up he is by 06.
Well, Tucker will think he's super washed up because Tucker thinks he's washed up now.
Gregory Helms will need opponents.
I'm actually scared of what Ultimo Dragon is going to do on the Indies because he's actually
Gonna work. Yeah, I'm gonna say he's just gonna go and like work like all Japan and just pull like 99s every fucking week.
Shawn, no, stay.
Yeah, Shawn, we're not gonna do anything crazy tonight, right, Shawn?
I know.
Right, Shawn?
Don't worry, Ray. I know now what I must do.
Right, Shawn? Sean's like, what's going on? Yeah, Ray. Yeah, whatever you say, buddy. Whatever you say. And he starts cracking his knuckles. He's like, I'm gonna fucking get him.
JBL's not going to leave here tonight, WWE champion, right, Ray?
Ray's like, no, Shawn. As long as you don't get involved, buddy.
Yeah, right, Ray. I know now what I must do, Ray. Don't worry about it.
Ray's like, oh god, this is the end.
I've had a good run. Jericho gets backstage and drinks copious amounts of champagne on his own, and then he gets on his phone and he calls someone, but they don't answer.
So sad. Is he drinking like way too much champagne though, or just enough to where it technically would not push him over the limits in which he'd have to relinquish the Cruiserweight title?
Indeed, he has to be very careful about that. And also, he leaves a message. He's like, "Hey, bud, I know we haven't talked in a while, but I just want to let you know you should totally watch the pay-per-view. I did something. Anyway, I'll speak to you. All right, bud. Good luck on Raw tomorrow."
So nice of Chris to still reach out to his good friend Lita.
True.
Moving on. I think it's another match. It's the U.S. title match.
Yep. This is a funly constructed match, but these two are not very good together.
No.
It's just a pale. It's just a pale version of the imitation. That was what I was going for. A pale imitation of the Brock Lesnar match.
I always fuck up that. I always say pale intimidation. It's a thing. Like, I always fuck that one up.
I mean, I fucked it up a bunch just there.
But yeah, John Cena overcomes the Big Show's immense strength, puts him up on his shoulders. Big FU. Crowd pops like a fucking crazy person.
Presumably multiple crazy people.
No, only one.
Oh.
Just.
So a crowd of 17,000 or 12,000 pops. Like no, I mean they all pop, but they pop at the rate, like at the volume of a single person.
They're like, yeah, I like it.
Big Show outworked Cena in this one. Anyway,
he did.
Food fight.
Yeah, food fight. So Funaki is after his match. He's like holding his neck or something like that. You know what I mean? He's kind of hurt. He gets bumped by Dave Finlay. And Funaki drops his plate. And he's like, Dave, what the fuck? And Finlay's like, heh. Funaki's like, what? I'll fucking show you. Throws a fucking potato at Finlay
it's
or
always
something
potatoes,
like that. Yeah. It's always potatoes with Finlay.
No,
Finlay
yeah.
throws a right hand back because it's a potato.
Ron Simmons gets involved.
Sees this and just, I don't know, throws miscellaneous, like maybe like a chicken or something like that. The full fucking chicken, just throws it at Finlay. Shawn Michaels is like, I'm getting in on this. Fuck yeah. Like just runs in and just starts throwing shit.
No, Shawn Michaels is at the door and he looks at it and then he looks at his hands and is like, am I violent enough to get involved? I know now what I must do.
We have Ron Simmons walks in, looks around, he goes, damn, runs in and joins in. Tajiri and Matt Hardy burst into the room. Matt Hardy's like, oh my god, I've really done it this time. And Tajiri runs after him with a baseball bat. Nobody's questioning that they're both Raw guys. And all of a sudden, the big doors swing open and everybody stops, except for Tajiri and Matt Hardy. Rules don't apply to them. They just continue to run back and forth on the screen. Vince walks in and says, what the hell is going on here? He's like, oh, a food fight. Carry on. What the hell's this? Oh, it's just Ricky Steamboat's first time on screen. I think we've got another match, right? Is this the 6-man tag coming up?
Yes, it is. It is the main event.
You want to talk about? You're gonna want to talk about this match a whole fucking bunch.
I don't know. There's a little bit.
You've got spots.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. This is one of those just car crash matches where throughout the match constantly, each of the teams is gaining like an upper hand. You know, there are various points throughout it where like, you know, all of the Hollies are down, and then all of, you know, the camera kind of zooms in on the members of Too Cool as they're like, yeah, we finally got control of this match. The crowd's like, yeah, or the crowd's like, yeah. And then, you know, they've got weapons. There's steel chairs being thrown everywhere. At some point, Rikishi blades. At some point, apparently, Bob Core helps Molly powerbomb Rikishi through one of the announcers' tables. And then the Hollies are in control, and the crowd's like, woo! And there's just some crazy back and forth flips and kicks and spots and shit. And then eventually, Molly just climbs on top of Scotty and picks up the win.
It's beautiful. We went for WLC. We got another match on that pay-per-view.
I mean, look, Hardcore Holly got a 72. I will take that.
I'll take Grandmaster 6. He's 34. Thank you.
Well, for some reason, that R for Rikishi looked like a H. I'm trying to figure out who the fuck is Rikishi.
Hakishi!
When the fuck did Rikishi show up? And who's that?
Rikishi and Hakushi?
I think we should potentially take this opportunity to say goodbye to Rikishi.
Where's Rikishi going?
Rikishi is going out to the farm.
Rikishi, no!
We got. I mean, this if there's look, Rikishi is never going to get such a like prized position on a pay-per-view ever again. If
That's
ever
true.
is the time to say goodbye to him, it's him getting powerbombed through a table after he bladed by Molly Holly. There's nowhere to go but down from here for Rikishi.
That's true. I thought you just meant in general. I forgot that like it's for the YouTube audience who like won't.
Oh no, I
Come to streams.
I did genuinely mean this might be the time to like move Rikishi on holiday and just not book him again.
We could just send him to OVW
Yeah.
and he can train or something like
That's
that.
fine too. Yeah, I thought you might prefer holiday than OVW, but my first thought was OVW as well.
Yeah, I think Keish could be like an okay trainer. He's a agile big guy in his prime. I think we could teach some guys about that or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
What a fucking moment. Take it in one last time. It's beautiful.
This is the longest match on the card.
Yep. Booker T bumps into RVD. Booker T just tells RVD, "You get what you deserve, sucker."
He's like, I told you, Rob. SmackDown will chew you up and spit you out. SmackDown sucks, and you can fill the void in your heart with as many tag team partners as you want, but you'll never replace what they did to you when they drafted you. And then RVD's like, yo, dog, maybe you just don't like SmackDown because you were never that good to begin with. And Booker's like, tell me you didn't just say that. And then they stare at each other down.
Things will eventually come to blows, maybe. Oh, shit. He's here. Chavo Guerrero brings out his mystery partner. It's Edge.
In star-spangled tights, introduced from Norfolk, Virginia, it's Edge.
Big Pop, he's American. Haha. Tag team match. Yep, it's about right. About 3 minutes, Chavo and Akio have a little bit of fun back and forth. Both just immediately tag out. Edge just runs in, spears Sakota 1, 2, 3.
After he soaks in the crowd, of course.
Oh yeah, big smile to the crowd. Yeah.
USA.
Cool. How did I lose?
Yeah. They are leashed now.
Linda McMahon recounts American history, citing how George Washington became the first president through a unanimous vote. And now she's becoming WWE president through a unanimous vote or something.
She says how this November's election is far more important than that first election. And that you need to smack down your vote.
That's it? She's just going to drop that on me and then walk away?
What do you mean? What else do you want?
It's just the most important election ever. Oh my god.
Indeed.
I can't. Okay. All right, Linda.
We are in a tumultuous time in world politics. You need to vote with your heart and smack down your vote.
I like it. Kurt Angle announces that this Thursday, our main event on SmackDown will be Rob Van Dam taking on Booker T, former tag team partners.
Wait,
Explode.
Are you sure that's the main event? Because A-Train or Shawn Michaels might have a match, so I might have to.
Oh, gotta go get A-Train. My bad.
It's on the show. It might not be the main event.
He's gonna call it the main event.
But Kurt's a heel.
Yeah, he does. He's lying.
oh, I like it. Okay.
He just knows this thing has heat right now. So, ooh.
Please do me.
Suddenly, door opens. Vince McMahon's head literally just pops in. He says, "Kurt, you're doing a good job, buddy. Keep up the good work. Thumbs up." Kurt's like, "Yeah." They both have hot catchphrases. They both just fire catchphrases back and forth at each other. I think we have a match now.
Yeah.
It's Kenzo Suzuki, isn't it? The debut match for the real leader of Kyodai does about what you would expect from Kenzo Suzuki and Bubba Ray. Kenzo Suzuki beats Bubba Ray in about 3:39 by pinfall with a claw hold STO.
Amazing.
Because he's sneaky or something. I don't know. And then afterwards, the rest of Kyodai comes down. Hiroko Suzuki, Kenzo Suzuki's wife and manager, grabs the microphone and says, nah. He dies, points at Sakota, and the other members of Kyodai turn on Sakota, beat the shit out of him.
And then Hiroko pulls out the sacrificial dagger from her dress.
Just stabs the fuck out of Sakota. Rest in peace, Sakota.
Lights go off, and when they come back up, Sakota's gone.
So yes, this is Sakota saying bye-bye. Bye-bye, Sakota.
Yeah, of course, he's dead, Tucker.
I know, but I just gotta make sure the people at home know.
I think the writing him off through death angle doesn't need confirmation.
I don't know. Is it our main event?
No, we have a video package.
We do. Here we go.
Who's that jumping out the sky? Are you blind, Mysterio? Now you know.
So this cage match, this bull rope steel cage match, it's tough for Ray, especially because Ray's smaller, right? At the start, he's not really clicking with it very well. JBL's using his power. He cuts off Rey Mysterio's momentum a whole bunch. He's able to throw Ray into the cage a couple times, using the rope, obviously, as a momentum device. But eventually, Ray kind of starts to get the hang of it. He, one time or other, runs between JBL's legs or something like that and tries to, wrap him up in the rope and stuff like that. And more than halfway through this match or so, Ray's starting to look really good. JBL, though, he's starting to kind of fire back a little bit, but it's still feeling pretty good in the direction of Rey Mysterio. And then suddenly, Shawn Michaels comes out, starts eyeing up the cage, and Ray looks over, and he's like, Shawn, no. Shawn, no, I'm fine. Shawn, I'm winning. I'm literally winning. And JBL's in the corner, and he's like, he's actually, yeah, he's winning.
He's actually winning. Oh god.
He's like, he's winning, yeah, and like JBL's busted open.
Help me, Shawn. Help me, Shawn.
Help me, Shawn. Shawn's like, I hate you.
Help, yes, come on, climb, Shawn. And Shawn's like, I'm climbing, but not for you. Shawn, you need to push me towards that last corner, Shawn.
Shawn starts climbing the steel cage. Ray's like, he stops paying attention to JBL at all. And Ray at this point, he's touched 3 of the corners. That's his line about I'm literally winning. And JBL, who's just in one corner, is like, yeah, he's definitely winning. They're actually tied though. They've each managed to touch each corner. So we're coming down to the end here.
Remember, they have to do it in sequence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Shawn's coming down on the cage. And Rey Mysterio just stops and looks at Shawn. And he's like, what the fuck you doing, man? You keep doing this. Like, he's just yelling at Shawn and pointing at him. And Shawn looks at Ray kind of angrily. And then throws Mysterio to the ground, kind of out of his way. Ray hits JBL with a super kick. JBL smashes his head off the cage, kind of knocks himself up against the ropes and turnbuckle, just kind of collapses onto the floor. And Shawn gets Ray up, gives him a nod. Ray touches the last corner, and still, you're WWE champion. Oh, you're right. It's the psychology. Oh, I did.
Even at 14 minutes, jeez.
Yeah. Apparently they're fucking... It's a banger match, though.
Oh, yeah, I mean, they both have great... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Ray's got the great flips, and Bradshaw's got the great brawls.
Rey Mysterio, thanks to Shawn Michaels, is still world champion. Wait, but then what's that music? That's not Rey Mysterio. That's Kurt Angle's music. What the hell is going on?
I'm sorry, gents, but no stars, no stripes, no service.
You just go ahead.
I mean, I'm afraid to tell you folks, but you know what? I won't say anything. Just take a look at this replay.
It's JBL smashes his head up against the steel cage, falls back into the corner. His outstretched arm brushes the turnbuckle as he collapses to the ground. And Kurt Angle says,
as general manager of SmackDown, as much as I don't want to say it, we have to have rules here on this brand. I'm overturning the result of this match. The winner and new WWE champion is John Bradshaw Layfield.
The cage rises. Rey Mysterio.
It's true. It's damn true.
Rey Mysterio just turns and looks at Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is just like, well, obviously we tried the best we could. We'll just have to regroup and do better. And Ray just looks at Shawn, shakes his head, and leaves. And JBL gets his belt, like literally thrown at him, like referee Charles Robinson. He just looks at Kurt and shrugs and fucking whips the belt at JBL. And JBL still laying, raises his one hand, and the confetti starts to fall. And he starts to kind of get out of the ring. Doug Basham or something like that comes and kind of props him up and helps him out. And the show ends with the confetti falling and Shawn Michaels just in the ring like, well, obviously, I didn't try hard enough. Great American Patch 2004, everybody. Show will get a... Oh, well.
Grandmaster Sexay and Scotty.
The world wasn't ready. The world wasn't ready for Too Cool. They're ahead of their time still.
Yeah.
I'm all right with that. That was a fun fucking show.
It was a fun show, yeah. I mean, I think it was never designed to be good.
No,
it was designed
never.
to be
With
fun.
this card. I expected Jericho and Ultimo to bang a little bit more, I won't lie.
That was what I expected. I was quite happy with that.
Yeah. The main event's slightly disappointing, but 77 seems to be this cursed number for Mysterio. That's his pop cap, by the way. He's
well,
just like,
Rey Mysterio's
you are
reign is over, so we don't have to worry about his.
we
pop
don't have
cap.
to worry about it anymore. I need to go talk to Bubba. Please, Bubba, it's okay. We're building new stars. You're like 40. Bubba's like, I'm 34. I'm like, well, you know.
You're working velocity. It's fine.
Yeah, you're a calm on velocity. Who else should we talk to?
I think we should tell JBL that he's a star.
I'm just gonna hug him. No, I'll tell him he's awesome. And I will hug Ray though, because his title reign is done.
It's over.
Thank you. You will likely get another. Like,
I'm not sure.
Do not worry, my child.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either, but I would just say with the amount of time that we have, and for how much we both like Rey Mysterio, there's probably a decent chance we both just end up going, what if we put the belts on Rey for a month or two?
Yeah. Although I will say now he is free to make the Cruiserweight title really good one day.
Oh, God, he could just have banger Cruiserweight matches again.
Yeah. The undisputed World Cruiserweight Championship.
Indeed.
All right. Well, do you want to wrap us?
Sure. For Rey Mysterio, for John Bradshaw Layfield, for the Stars and Stripes, the red, white, and blue, for America, for anything else that has to do with America, bald eagles or something. This has been Puddy Talk. We'll catch you for vengeance.